Hello and welcome to the RetroMacCast with James and John, where in each episode we'll stroll down the Macintosh memory lane. We'll discuss older Macintosh computers, collecting all things related to the Mac and Apple computer, and current topics from the perspective that only a couple of old Mac fans can provide.
Good evening.
Hello.
Looks like we're in the. I guess we're not in the Matrix. We're monitoring the Matrix. You've got the screensavers going on behind you. Both
Yeah.
Lime,
Yep.
Lime
Key
iMac,
lime.
and a Key Lime iBook.
Mhm. My favorite color.
Yeah, the Key Lime.
Yeah.
Really vibrant.
Oh yeah.
And I guess. Yeah.
Pictures do not do it justice. Really. I mean, just the
Now,
glow is.
Are you missing a leaf on your Key Lime lid?
I am not. It is leaf intact. Fall has not happened to my MacBook.
It's such an odd thing that for some reason the leaves would pop out.
Yeah.
Leaves. And
The only thing I can assume is it's a very tiny surface area for adhesive.
But it's also but it's inset too. So I mean it's almost like a friction fit. It's
sticking on top.
Is that right?
No.
I thought it was.
No.
I thought it was embedded a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's down a little bit, but it's not really being kept in. It's because it's beveled. It's a beveled.
Yeah, but it is resting a little lower than the lid, I think. Right? There's a little. It's seated in there.
It is. Yes, but it is not. No friction on the sides.
I'm looking at my Key Lime iBook. I might be missing a leaf. I don't know. Somebody.
Oh, man.
I think did we talk about somebody that might be
somebody
3D
was
printing?
3D. I think somebody was trying to 3D print.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I wonder if they got the sort of the luminescence of the
right,
which is essential. Well, that was we kind of went down the rabbit hole. Let's see. This week, why don't we start the show for real? Well, welcome everybody in the chat. Thanks for joining us. And let's go ahead and hit record in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Retro MacCast with James and John. This is episode 659 for August 21st, 2023. Hello, or good evening, John.
Good evening, James. 659. John, wow.
If you were in the YouTube channel with us, you'd see John has a nice setup of the Key Lime iBook and the Lime, just straight Lime iMac behind him, displaying the Matrix screensaver. Was that a plug-in for some other screensaver? Is that a standalone?
Nope, it was a standalone. You can find it on Macintosh Garden. I actually
Official?
just did.
Did somebody?
No. It was something somebody had done. I'm sure there probably was an official one. So I was over on Macintosh Garden, just kind of looking at screensavers, and there is like a Men in Black one that is an official. Yeah, back when almost every movie came out with their own screensaver. Kind of miss those days.
And it works, of course, with the green glyphs or whatever you call it.
Exactly, right.
With the green cases of those Macintoshes. So very nice. Okay, well, today's show we've got the usual, the eBay finds, some news, and we didn't mention last week what we've been talking about, and I had to hunt around, but I found something in my collection, so we're going to open up the collection spotlight and show something that I've been holding on to, and I've talked about it before, but anyway, we'll get into that later. Okay, so let's take a quick break and get into eBay finds.
Yes, I do not know what he is.
Oh yeah, I kept it a mystery. So maybe I'll when we start that segment, I'll offer up some clues, and we'll see if anybody can guess.
Okay.
Although I have a pre-thought what the clues might be.
Bigger than Mac Plus?
No.
All right,
there you go. You have a guess?
That's our clue. Okay.
Let's show these eBay finds on the screen so we can talk about them. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. It's time for eBay finds. Last week there was the Apple IIc LCD. That's serial number 82M, or product, I guess, 82M4022. The seller thought maybe this is a prototype, but I don't see any evidence to that. This one is still available for the buy it now of $1,499, or you can make an offer. And then we had that massive stack. I guess it was multiple stacks, lots of pallets of, because they're not all, it's multiple pallets, right? They're not all in one.
Yeah, right.
Are they all in the one pallet?
No. I think there were more than one pallet.
Yeah, there's no way you could fit 90 Classic Macs in this one lot. It's still available with the buy it now of $3,599, or you can make an offer. And then we had the shining star of the lot. This is the prototype Macintosh Portable. Uber rare in the title, it says. Now this one, it says the auction ended, and it says it got 0 bids. It says the listing was ended by the seller because there was an error in the listing.
Huh.
So that's another one of those mystery ones where you're like, maybe somebody contacted them and they did a deal.
Right.
Independently of eBay is always the suspicion. I don't have any evidence of that, but it's always weird. Like, what was the error? Why couldn't the error just be fixed, and why couldn't it be relisted? I don't know. But either way, it didn't sell through eBay, so nothing we can say about the value of this yet. Okay, let's skip ahead to this. This is the title. It says 2 genuine 1980s Apple logo blankets, rainbow Apple paper, and other memorabilia. He says, or she, my dad worked at Apple in Cupertino in the late 80s and early 90s, and I have found some of his old memorabilia. 2 rainbow Apple logo blankets. I don't think they have ever been washed. Rainbow Apple logo sticker, a rainbow Apple logo paper pad, and an Apple color graphics sampler unopened. So this first picture just shows a zoom in of the 6 colors of the Apple logo on that blanket. We zoom out and we can see the whole blanket, this like knit blanket, with a subtle 6 color Apple logo running through kind of in the background almost, right? It's like in a different, either on the back layer or something. And
I like the subtle stripe going through there.
Yeah. It looks like it's on maybe a twin bed, so maybe we're looking like, I don't know.
It's tiny. It's like a throw blanket. It's not a.
Yeah.
Right.
There's the back, and the back you can see how that 6 color Apple logo stripe, how it's sort of in the back prominently, but it kind of bleeds through to the front. There's the Apple Notepad. We've seen those before. Looks like it's got a few pieces of paper missing from it.
Yeah, just a little tip of the leaf is missing, right? As
just
people,
right. A standard old decal that shipped with the computers. And then, actually, this is an interesting CD-ROM, the Apple Color Graphics Sampler CD. I don't know that I've ever seen that. I'm not sure.
So I assume they're talking like graphics for for demonstration purposes only, not for resale.
Yeah.
So like just like clip art samples. What do you think we're talking about?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of interesting that they're sampling color graphics, because obviously this is like, it's CD-ROM, so it's
right.
You're talking about at least the mid 90s, or early 90s. So I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. I don't know if it's if there's an image for this out there. But the real thing of interest is this small blanket, and it does say there are 2 of them, although we don't see pictures of both of them at the same time. I guess we have to assume that they're both the same and in similar condition. And I don't have one of these blankets. I think they're really slick. They would make for a nice wall hanging, maybe, or Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
for an old
That's
Mac or
pretty
something.
much it. Throw it
Yeah.
over like one of your director's chairs, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you wanted to, buy the two of them for the price they're asking.
Oh, I see. I see. We just got you found that the link to
Yep.
the image of the Apple Color Graphics sampler. It's on Macintosh Garden. Well, they want a starting bid of $1,000. This ends in 4 days, or buy now $1,500. So it ships from Nevada City, California. Um, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
let's move on.
All
Here we
right.
go.
Next up, we have a Macintosh 2X 840, so 8 meg RAM, 40 meg hard drive, no power, owned by Apple Vintage. Owned by Apple Vintage. What do they mention? When I push the power button, nothing happens. It can be the power supply issue, or it can be something else like, capacitors, or possibly an exploded battery. That's me saying that part, not them. 2 feet are missing. So this thing doesn't have a leg to stand on. The sticker on the back shows that it was owned by Apple Computer previously.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yep.
all right.
Put the little
Okay.
serial number in there.
There are no blemishes. The appearance is in very good condition for the age. It's great piece. It's a great piece for your vintage Mac collection. Macintosh 2X unit only. Nothing else is included. Sold as is. No returns. So they do have pictures of the inside. Very good.
Here's a picture of the high resolution display card. The case is in wonderful shape. It's a shame they didn't spend just 5 minutes cleaning it up, because it looks like there's just a little bit of dirt and smudges.
Yeah, as Apple's Anonymous points out, if it's just the battery, the PRAM batteries that are dead, that would be why it doesn't start. So as long as it hasn't stuff hasn't leaked everywhere,
Yeah,
from those batteries, yeah, that may be it.
could be. Boy, the case is remarkable. No yellowing,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
scratches.
Where was this
Whatever.
kept? Because it is very nice and clean.
Yeah, and looking here, this is the one shot we have of kind of the top of the logic board.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
we don't see
Unfortunately, I
anything
think the
obvious.
batteries live underneath the hard
Yeah.
drive
Right.
caddy. So
Yeah, this could be a very nice pickup, and I the nice little touch that's got that it lived in Apple for some purpose,
sure.
right?
Hmm.
You always wonder about these, and maybe upon further inspection, you might even find something else non-standard about
Well,
it.
so the nice thing about this,
Mhm.
even though it's no power, doesn't power on or anything, and the fact that it has that owned by Apple sticker, they have a very reasonable starting price. Right now, this has only got 2 bids. Current price $139.50.
You know
There
what?
is so
We got a
no
bid
buying
since we
now.
started. I don't know if
Oh,
somebody was bidding, but it's up to 3 bids now.
this is located in Rancho Palos Verdes, California.
Mhm.
They're only saying shipping to us would be $39. This would definitely be one of those ones. If it was one, you'd want to maybe make sure that it was wrapped
Double
better than
boxed,
they're
and
probably
yeah,
asking. Oh,
yeah.
all right. So Frodo Jedi is currently the high bidder. So
All
congrats,
right,
Frodo Jedi.
all right. Do I hear 155?
Let's start a bidding war right here on the podcast.
It looks like a fine example. I would gamble that it would work, or be real close to working. So, yes, given you say a lot about the physical condition of it. If it's taken care of outside and
Yeah,
it's kind of
yeah.
clean inside, it's like the chances are good that you're gonna have a winner here. So, all right. Well, good luck to Frodo Jedi. I hope you get this. Okay. And then we'll finish up with this one. Here's an odd one. The title says "Very Rare Vintage Macintosh Apple Computer Credit Salesman Information Box." Huh? What does that mean? It says everything you always. Well, let's break down what we're looking at here.
Sure.
So it says Apple Credit. There's a box that says everything. What does it say on the front? Everything you always want to know about Apple Credit.
So this must be training people to try to push the Apple credit card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so this training kit comes, and I know we've talked about this. It's almost, this looks very familiar. I'm sure we've talked about this kit
Something
before.
similar, if not this.
Because I remember the idea that has actually the cassette player is included seemingly, and with somebody, or maybe they threw it in there. I don't know, but it's got somebody. It seems weird that there's a 6-color Apple logo on the cassette player.
So
like
that is a sticker, because I actually it's like enameled sticker, because I actually have some of those not been used yet. So those could have been slapped on anything.
Probably,
right?
But I don't think Apple
right.
would have done that. They wouldn't have done that. So I think it's almost like somebody is including that with it because they found the sales.
I think so.
With it,
right? Yeah.
And so that's a really nice badge. That's not even a sticker. It looks like a case badge, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. It's actually metal with like an enameled,
okay.
kind of bubbled front. So it's a hard, thing. Yeah.
So it is a nice little touch. But on the back it says Apple Credit. This box contains everything you need to know to make a lot of money selling a lot of Apple computers with Apple Credit, except the computers and the store. What the box does contain is a sample of the new Apple Credit Card, Apple Credit Card window stickers, a cassette. Oh, there you go. It does. It says a cassette player to play everything you always want to know about Apple Credit, a great cassette, the salesperson guide to Apple Credit, pocket monthly payment estimators, telephone tags with all the toll-free Apple Credit numbers. Don't just sit there reading, open the box. So maybe they did. The people that put this together at Apple Credit, maybe they did throw that decal on there.
All right.
Because the cassette player was in there, and there's the cassette. Be fun to listen to that. I wonder if anybody's got an audio recording of that. I kind of would just love to hear. And then you've got some decals, a pair of headsets. Now the foam has
long since disintegrated into goo.
I wonder if the cassette player even works.
I would bet it needs a belt.
It needs a belt. Oh,
yeah.
You think that
would
like a tension
belt, right?
Yeah. So I am a sucker for all these weird sort of just out there kind of Apple products with the 6-color Apple logo that just not available to a consumer. How many of these survived? Just get tossed, after you were done. And this is very excellent condition with looks like everything that was included. They think it's pretty special too. You want to guess what the buy it now for this? I think you're going to need the Apple credit card in order to buy this thing because they want $999.99.
Nope.
There is a make an offer, but yeah, that's kind of steep. I think for what it is, it's a novelty for sure. I don't think it's $1,000, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe Frodo Jedi loses the 2X could throw money at this thing. All right. Well, we'll find out next week to see if anybody bought it. Okay. What are people saying in the comments? Put the link for this up. Which link? The one we just did? I can throw that up there.
Oh yeah.
Here's the
yeah, we really need to start doing that.
Yeah. But if I can do it when you're talking one and vice versa.
Sure. Right.
That habit.
Yeah.
All right. You ready for the big unveil?
Yeah, let's see. We know it's smaller than a Mac Plus.
Yep. Okay. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. We have this segment called the Collection Spotlight, where either John or I dig into our bins of junk. Well, junk to other people. Treasured heirloom.
Treasure. My
retro,
precious.
Yeah. Wonders that we collect and hang on to. Since we've gone video, well, you know what? I guess it doesn't even, video or not. I mean, we've been doing this for so long, we can repeat stuff.
Like that eBay auction. which
Right.
Trina mentioned that we have done that before. So
Well, that's the funny thing about having done how many episodes? 659, whatever, over such a long time. I have like a memory that we talked about it, but I have
yes,
no idea how long ago it was.
right.
And
That's what
so,
we need to have Derek on retainer
well, he
because
has a
he
database
does
for us, so we
remember
can use
everything.
that.
Yes.
And so I searched on it, and I saw that I had last talked about this item, as it turns out, just about exactly 10 years ago.
Well, all right then.
Yeah.
I
So
think
I
the
think 10
statute of
years is okay.
limitations is up
It's
for
actually will
retaining.
be, I think it was like September 7th, 10
Wow.
years ago. So that was just sort of a coincidence. Um, and anyway, so the collection spotlight. Oh, yeah, I guess I can give you some clues. So this, oops, did you see it?
I think I have an idea
It
now.
flashed. Oh, you already. Yeah, it's something that's it's. I doubt that Apple actually sold this thing. It's Apple sort of branded. It's co-branded. You can kind of say it's a toy, um, but the Apple didn't sell them because the main company that's responsible for making these toys. I guess if you were an enthusiast of these products, you probably wouldn't like me calling them toys. They're I don't know what you call them if they're not toys. They're models.
Collectibles.
Collectibles. No, they're functional. I mean, they're more than collectibles. And so this other company starts with the letter L. I'm pretty sure they sold them. And right now you can go on eBay and there are 3 examples for sale right now, surprisingly. And I kind of wondered about the value. Well, let's go ahead and unveil it. I think you saw it, but what I'm going to talk about here is this right here. This is the Lionel train set.
Oh.
Well, it's not even train. It's the
Is that
the
HO scale?
cars. It is O.
Oh, so
Oh.
big uns. Wow.
So bigger than HO.
Wow.
And it's 2 train cars, flatbeds that each have an Apple computer trailer that sits on top. It says Apple Computer in big Garamond with a 6-color Apple logo. As far as I know, these aren't modeled after anything that ever even existed, right? I've never seen pictures of a tractor trailer running around.
Yeah.
That had this logo on it like that.
So I mean, I know Apple didn't do it, but I'm assuming with something like this, Apple still has the okay.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Right?
They're using
right?
Yeah, it's got the registered trademark and all that. Yeah, I'm sure they were involved, and allowed this to happen. And
so here's the question that leads to is: did you ever do model trains when you were a kid?
I did. Yeah, when I was a kid, HO was the popular scale.
Absolutely.
So I used to have a small set way back when. Now I haven't, never kept up with it. So this is the limit of my train collection at the moment. Although I did look up to see, what would it take? How much money could I put in to get a small set?
Well, that's the problem with O scale. You're not going to get a small. I mean, even if you did a small circle, it's going to take up. Right. Right.
An engine and a couple of these and a caboose or something, and then
probably not bad.
I could have it, running around back. So anyway, this train set, I don't remember somebody asked in the chat what I paid for it. I have no idea what I paid for it.
Because you've had it. I mean, we did it 10 years ago. You've probably had that way longer than that,
probably, right? I wish I kept better records of what I paid for it. Surprisingly, these haven't. If I were to guess, I probably paid about as much as what you can pay for it now. I think it's gone up like 0. Like if you go right now and look on eBay, there's at least 3 examples of this in the box, just like this, ranging from $60 to $100.
Wow. All right. So it's one of those things. If they're like collecting trains was like a really, really big thing, probably be worth more. Like those the little Matchbox cars that the Apple branded race car.
Yeah,
those go for a lot more, right? Because
if you find like brand new issue train cars like this, in this scale, are in of that order of magnitude anyway, right? So it's not like because this is how many years old,
Sure.
I think 97, I think is when I found is when these were
Wow.
released. So over 25 years old, and have really not appreciated it at all, which probably is true about most of the stuff I've hoarded, thinking that might happen. So I haven't taken it out of the box because I didn't want to. Some of the foam is broken, and I'm not gonna learn much from taking it out of the box.
Sure.
If I'm not going to use it, there's no sense of taking it out of the box. But I did find.
Well, you never know. Maybe if you open up the little doors on the back, it's full of little tiny Mac boxes.
Right. There wouldn't that be interesting? But I went looking for photos, so I could see if there were some details to be learned. Without taking it out of the box, right? And so here's some photos. And these are
hey,
they're on Flickr, and the user is B Boccuzzi, BBOCCUZZI, and took some very nice pictures.
Yes? No, so this is great. No, I understand what this is now. Here's a question for you though.
Yeah,
I bet they make O scale like big rig truck fronts. In which case you could take that off of there and make it look like it's a semi.
Yeah, right? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing or not. If this scale is, But look at these pictures. So here it is in a train set. Well, it's actually just those two cars. There's not hooked up to anything. You can see the level of detail. And obviously this person is into trains because they've got a lot of other train stuff. Now there's the back. Look in the doors. Actually, there looks like there is something in there.
It does kind of, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Now I got to take this thing out of here. I need to find out what's really going on. Is there another photo? No.
Oh, wait. What's that? Oh no, the spare wheels.
Spare wheels. Maybe that's what's in there.
Spare wheels.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. And so there it is in the foam. And so here's something that's interesting. Somebody's asking about the cost. So if you look, it's kind of hard to see here, but
do you have the original cost?
There's a sticker on the box.
Okay.
And it says $84.95.
So it's actually cheaper to get them now, right?
Right, because especially considering inflation, right? So this was actually at least double that, right, in today's dollars years ago. And the sticker looks, I don't know if that was in the retail store and that was the sticker because it's handwritten. It's like a little sticker. And as I was looking at these photos, let's see if I can find the photo. I'm going to scroll here. What do you see there?
Oh, price $84.95.
Does that not look familiar?
Yeah.
So I thought, well, that's interesting. It has like the same little white sticker thrown on the box.
Is it handwritten too, isn't it?
Spot and handwritten.
Oh my gosh.
And so I took a look at that sticker.
Yeah.
I took a look at my sticker.
Yeah. So those are pictures of your box, aren't they?
They are. Yes. And I first I thought, well, maybe they put the same sticker in the same spot on a bunch of them, and they're, the same person wrote it, and it's very similar and whatever. But then I started looking at the creases of the box, the number stamped on it.
That box has been opened before then, so you might as well open it.
So I opened my box just to verify that is the same exact stamp on the inside of my box.
All right, dude, that's crazy.
That little tear in the box is the same as it's right here. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that there it is. The one good example of photos actually are the photos of mine. And that kind of blew me away. Like, oh my gosh. I thought me pulling something off the shelf and it was exactly, or more or less exactly 10 years since I talked about it. And here it is. So anyway, that was a a wonderful surprise.
Crazy, man.
I don't know
It
what
was
else to
just
say
crazy.
about that. I guess I will. I'm not going to do it right now because
Yeah.
I'm going to be a little more careful when I do it. But I will follow up and report back later if I do find anything inside.
And the Macintosh librarian has said, yes, there is an O-scale semi, also from Lionel.
Okay. Well,
so you could put one of those up on a shelf.
Well, I already have a semi, an Apple truck. What are you pointing at? Did you upload the photos and forget about them? Is that the question? No, I'm not that user. And that's
okay.
I didn't have a train set up. So no, I did not take those.
All right.
This is just like pure quiz. I mean, what are the odds? I mean, I'm still like, what has happened in some kind of Twilight Zone episode?
You are in the Matrix.
Yeah, there we go. We're keeping to theme. Everything's just a simulation. All right. Well, I'll come back next week. I'll tell you if I found anything inside the trucks.
Nice.
Okay. All right. We're going to get to some news now. All right. Let's see. We'll start off on, well, let's go ahead and let's hit record and let's just get into it, huh? How about we do that? In 3, 2, 1. Time for the news. I don't know, John, if you heard this news today, it was today that John Warnock passed. He was one of the founders of Adobe Systems, which, I mean, if you want to talk about like the most significant software and line of products for the Macintosh that ever existed,
sure.
and probably largely significant for the success of the Macintosh, right? I mean,
absolutely, and the success of my career.
That's right.
Yeah.
So much can be attributed to this man. Behind, obviously, we all know about Photoshop and PDFs and Adobe Illustrator and all these things. And he died at the age of 82. Lived a long, full life, and including he's very active in the company all the way up until recently, actually. And so it's kind of, it's sad to hear about that, but it is a good time to reflect upon, the significance of Adobe and what they did for Macintosh and Apple. And then this next one, you were telling me about this before the show.
Yes. So I ran into Adrian's digital basement. Had a great video on a dual screen Mac Plus display, which was really fascinating to watch. But one of the things that he mentioned in there was these new Pico-based replacement power supplies for things like the Compact Macs and the Apple IIs. And so basically this whole thing that's not much bigger than like the size of a pack of gum just plugs right into the logic board on your Mac Plus, and it powers the whole thing. But what's really cool is he had it, with one of these and the RGB to HDMI, you could have a bare Mac Plus board on your bench and be outputting video to an LCD display with no other parts of the Mac Plus needed. Crazy stuff. I highly recommend watching that video. As a matter of fact, we'll go ahead and make sure we put a link to that video.
Yeah, Adrian's digital basement, and he has a lengthy. Now it's available for lots of different computers, not just Macintosh and Apple IIs. And I guess this is where you go to the GitHub, and that's where you actually do the ordering for this thing. Yep. The links are there. Pico RC, Pico PSU on retro computers. And so, non-destructive, universal voltage, PC fan header, and it's also available for the IBM PC, the portable personal computer, an assortment of different retro computers. So, and it's pretty reasonable, right?
Yeah, it really is.
Here, I'll click on the link here to go to the ordering page, and it's through Tindy.
Oh, Tindy. Okay.
$30. Now that is in a that's in a kit.
There's a kit, but you can
But you can
also it's
add
an
it.
extra $20 to have
Yeah,
it.
25
Yes.
to assemble it. So sometimes it's fun to build it yourself, but if you don't want to spend the time, you can get it fully assembled. So pretty cool products. And didn't you say you've already ordered a couple?
I am
Are
going
you
to.
ready to?
I'm going to.
You're going
Yes,
to.
I'm going to definitely order at least one Mac Plus one, and we'll see what else. But
Uh-huh.
yes, I'm going to get one of the Mac Plus ones. And as far as a kit goes, I will probably try to solder that one myself. It doesn't look too bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like there's any surface mount
I was hunting for the video, so I don't
thingamabobbs
know
on
if you
there.
did you mention how he had it set up so he could actually run this through his capture card? In the video, he shows.
Well, I mean, if you've got one of the the RGB to HDMI, you can
Yeah.
and that's one of the reasons he got the RGB to HDMI so he could capture directly from a Mac Plus to his streams. Yes.
Very cool. All right. Okay, and you see this? Steve Chamberlain from Big Mess of Wires is doing his own meetup in the Bay Area, a classic Macintosh meetup
Oh my
slash
gosh!
expo
What?
slash repair clinic and swap meet.
Oh wow!
Sounds like a lot of fun. It's too bad we're
It
nowhere
does
near
sound like a
the
lot
Bay
of fun.
Area. He says, somebody stop me on Saturday, October 14th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Big Missile Wires invite you to the first annual San Francisco Bay Area Classic Macintosh Meetup / Mini Expo / Repair Clinic, Swap Meet, and Open House LAN Party Hangout. It's everything. Bring your classic Macintosh collection, your tools, your extension cords, your local talk cables, and all your best nerd
Man,
toys. If you want to bring some Apple II or other vintage computers too, I won't stop you. I've rented a room for 50-ish people, furnished with tables and chairs, and the rest is up to you. And so he's got all the details. He says, I expect to have between 30 and 100 people. And anyway, there you go. So it's in Belmont, California, in the fireplace room. And he does want you to RSVP so he can kind of manage the numbers. Sounds like a great event. So, if you're in the Bay Area in the middle of October, think about getting together. And I'm sure Steve will have, hopefully he'll have a lot of his trinkets and toys maybe available for purchase or whatever. So there you go. That's neat. And just one more news story. I wanted to update on that Apple One. That's an auction over at RR Auction. I don't remember. I don't think there's been any movement on this since last week. It's still sitting at $162,560 with 12 bids. This ends in 3 days. So maybe there'll be a lot of action. I expect there to be a lot of action.
Yeah.
In the closing moments, because this seems on the low side of what they
it really does. Sure.
fetched in the past. Yeah. Okay. So, anybody going to bid right now? That'd be fun. Okay. That's it for the news. All right. Lots of fun stuff there.
Yeah, I mean, boy, I wish that was a closer
Anybody
thing.
else buying some of those power
holy cow.
supply replacements? Okay. Yeah, and you buy the power supply replacement, and you can pick and choose what kind of monitor too, because you can
Sure.
swap out the monitor. You don't have to worry about that.
Yep.
Anymore.
It would be fun. I think it would be a lot of fun.
Steve Mac 84 loves the green iMacs. Yes. I wonder why we're not getting the weird sync issues on your CRT. Don't we? Or is it happening because of the nature of the stuff? We just don't.
It could just because it's a darker screen. I don't know. Oh, it still looks.
Get that.
No, there you can see it there. You can see a little wave going through.
Oh, I guess
Yeah.
it's small off my screen. I'm not not picking
But
up
with
on.
the matrix up there, it's mostly dark, so you're not really.
Yeah.
And with the text, yeah, you're just not going to notice.
All right, let's close out the show. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. All right, well that about wraps it up. Next week we'll be back. Right?
Yes.
You're here, I'm
Right.
here. We'll do
Yes,
another show. We'll figure something out to talk about. Maybe John's got something he can share that's been at least 10 years old since we've talked about it. I don't know. It's the new criteria. And I will find out what's in the back of those trucks. If there's any goodies in there. Maybe that guy that took or whoever it was that took those pictures hid something in there for me to find.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
That'd be funny.
Right.
Yeah, a little personal note. All right. And then just looking forward, the week after next, we're going to be off, right? That's Labor Day weekend.
So Labor Day weekend here in the States. Yep.
John
I will be in
makes
Atlanta.
Trek to Dragon Con.
Dragon Con. Yep.
You've attended almost every year for a long time.
Well, yeah. I mean, since I've been going. Other than, of course, the few COVID years.
Yeah.
I've been going steadily since 1999. So, yes.
Fun. And who are you looking forward to meeting?
They have. You would ask me now. The name is gone. The latest doctor.
The latest doctor from
Doctor Who Doctor. Yes. Whose name I can't think of her name now. All of a sudden.
How many have there been? This is now the 53rd person. It's more than a dozen.
14th or 15th.
Yeah, okay. It's been a few.
Something along those lines.
Okay.
Couple of Firefly people, which is great. A couple of Babylon 5 people, which is great.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So should be a fun time.
Should be. Okay. Well, and enjoy yourself then. But we'll be back next week. And if you're just listening to the audio podcast, please, I encourage you to come join us Monday evenings on our YouTube channel, so you can join us live or pick it up whatever. Because I fully recognize that talking about stuff like this train only gets so far on an audio podcast. I think the show always was meant to be a video show, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
it really does.
Yeah, it really helps. All right. Yes. Okay. Anything else, John? We good?
Nope. Nothing else. Good?
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us in the chat. And remember, it's not old.
It's a retro.
Okay. Now we're off the clock.
Yes.
Now we can let our hair down.
Space 1999.
What about Space 1999?
There was a lot of fun sci-fi references. Somebody mentioned that. Let's see. Yes, Jodie Whittaker. Thank you very much.
That's the new Doctor Who.
Yes.
Okay.
Which we will be getting her autograph, which will mean I'll have autographs of 6 of the Doctors at that point. So happy about that.
Yeah, we missed the joke. We should have somehow when you said the name, I said who, and we could have played that. But I'm too slow.
Well, thanks everyone for joining in. I look at this lineup of people joining, and it's like, wow, every single one of them knows more about Max than you and I put together, I have to say. So I appreciate you all tuning in.
Don't admit that. Otherwise, we got nothing.
Oh, Derek! Hey.
The illusion. Wow,
that's right.
There's
right.
Our
hello, Joe.
The RetroMacCast.
Oh, Joe has news about my SE30s. Aha!
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on with your SE30s?
He's repairing my SE30s.
How many?
Joe, do you want to pop on and tell me my news, or do that offline? He's repairing one logic board and one complete SE30 for me.
Nice. That's great. All right. Does he want to come on and share that news?
Right. He's probably not ready for that, but we'll find out.
All right. Okay, for another time. All right. Well, again, thanks everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll
Bye.
hopefully see you next week.
Thanks for listening to the Retro Maccast with James and John. Email listener comments and questions to retromaccast@gmail.com or post comments on our website at www.retromaccast.com.
Oh, look at that. We stayed on until after the song because I said, well, what the heck? Let's pop that thing open. And I don't even know. There is something in here. Oh, crap. The whole bottom fell off. There actually is a piece of paper inside here.
Oh.
Oh, it's it's a little instruction sheet that talks about how you remove sort of the chassis from.
Oh, which
I did.
happened.
It happened
on its own, right?
It happens on its own. But this actually, it's notched and it slides in there, and there's this little tab release. So, no, nothing. There may be something in the other one, but I doubt it. But anyway, that's the mystery. All right, mystery solved. Okay, I think now we're done. So
all right.
we'll see everybody next week.